Hi everyone, I hope you had a great weekend and I hope all the dads and grandpas had a wonderful Father's Day. Welcome back to the week. I can't believe it, friends. This is our last week together. This is our last week. I can't believe it. You guys have all grown up so much right in front of my eyes. I'm so proud of all of you. What I want to talk about this week is getting ready for kindergarten and talking about the things that you're going to have to be prepared for, like making friends. And I also want to talk a little bit about graduation. And there's a lot to do in 1 week, but I know that you guys are ready. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. All right, so let's get started. I have a book that I want to read today. It's called Will I Have a Friend? Now, this story is about a boy that's never been to school before. So that's not you. You know what going to school is. You know what to expect. And you know how to make friends. But sometimes when you're going to a place that you don't know and where you don't know a lot of people or maybe any people that are going to be there, it's okay to feel nervous, to feel just like you're not sure what's going to happen. And that's how this little boy feels. Now, he's going to a pre-K class because his class still has a rest time. Kindergarten, there's no rest time. You might have a little bit of a snack time where you can be calm, have a little nibble, and rest for a moment, but there is no nap time next year. So that's going to be something different in this book that you guys won't have in kindergarten. So, all right, so let's see. It's called Will I Have a Friend? And let's see if this little boy makes a friend in school, because that's what he's worried about. It's a story by Miriam Cohen. I know a friend who's a Cohen, Miss Raquel. Will I have a friend? And I know all of you will have lots and lots of friends. When Dad was taking Jim to school for the first time, Jim said, "Dad, will I have a friend at school?" "I think you will," said Dad. And Dad smiled down at him. So Jim was feeling a little bit nervous. He had never been to school before. In the big schoolroom, Dad said, "Goodbye." Jim didn't say anything. He didn't want to say goodbye. "Come on, Jim," the teacher said. All the boys were making noise, and all the girls were laughing. But where was his friend? The teacher said, "Here's Bill. He's Rocket Man." And Bill said, "Roar," and rocketed off. Anna Maria walked by. She was pulling a wagon filled with blocks. Jim looked at them. Anna Maria skipped away. Jim went over to a big table. There were lumps and humps and bumps of gray clay on it. The children were pulling and pinching and poking and patting the clay. They were making snakes and hills and holes and a banana. Jim reached out and touched the clay. It felt cool and wet, and when he picked it up, it was heavy. So he's exploring. That's good. Jim made a man out of clay, but he didn't have any friends to show him to. Now it was orange juice and cookie time, and George said, "I want to pass the cookies." "Look," said Bill, "I bit the moon." So did I, said Anna Maria. Jim is feeling a little shy, and that's okay. Jim thought of something to say. He said it to Joseph, but Joseph's mouth was full of cookie, and he didn't answer. The pitcher was empty, and juice time was over. Sarah was telling Margaret a secret. Jim looked at them and wondered where was his friend. Danny was shouting, "Let's do funny tummies!" And Danny poked out his tummy and bumped Willie's, and Willie bumped Sammy's. And when they bumped, they laughed and yelled, "Hello, Mr. Funny Tummy!" And Jim laughed too. The teacher called, "Come to story time!" And all the children came running. Jim sat next to Paul. The teacher read them a book about a monkey. Danny jumped up. "I'm a monkey," he said. He put his tongue in his lip and stuck his fingers in his ears. Jim thought he looked just like a monkey. The teacher said, "It's time for monkeys to rest." So they lay down on their mats. It was hard for them to lay still. Sounds a lot like you guys. Jim looked at the ceiling. He scratched his foot, and then he rolled over. Then he rolled back. Someone was looking at him. It was Paul. He had something in his hand. When rest time was over, everyone got up. "Look what I have," said Paul, and he showed Jim a tiny truck. Jim reached out, and Paul put it in his hand. "The doors really work," said Paul. "I have a gas pump," said Jim. "I'll bring it tomorrow to show you." Anna Maria called, "Jim and Paul, don't you want to play?" "Okay, Jim?" asked Paul. "Okay," said Jim. After school, skipping home, Jim said to his dad, "Do you know what? I have a friend at school." "I thought you would," said Dad, and Dad smiled down at him. There he is. Seems pretty happy, doesn't he? So, I want to talk about making friends and being friends today. So what I did was make a Making Friends flower. Okay? And it talks about how to make friends and how to be a good friend. So, here's our flower. In the middle it says, "Smile." That's a great way to make friends. If you seem friendly, people will want to talk to you. Listening is a great way to be a good friend. Then you can have a conversation. If someone says something to you, you could think of something nice to say back. If you do something not so nice, make sure you're not afraid to say sorry. Another good way of being a friend is being patient. Don't rush people. Don't tell anyone to hurry. Patience. I tell you guys that all the time. Helping is a great way to be a good friend. Sharing is a great way to be a good friend and make friends. Just like in the story, right? Paul shared his truck with Jim, and they decided to be friends. And including, and that's a really important one. You want to try to include everyone, okay? Let everyone be your friend. The more the merrier. All right. Now, for our craft for today, I know that you're moving on to kindergarten and you're going to make so many new friends. And I want you to remember your friends from the Kings Bay Y. So, here are all your friends. And this is our craft for today. I don't know if you could see it because I colored it in, but I traced my hand. And you can trace your hands and part of my arm because that's the trunk of the tree, the part of my arm, okay? And my fingers are the branches, okay? And you can put brown on your hands and your arm and you can stamp it, or you can trace like I did with marker. You can color in however you want. I tried to make mine look like wood. And then I added some branches coming out from my fingers. Okay, you don't have to do that. You can do it however you want. Remember, when we talk about in art, you can be creative. There's no wrong answer. So what I did, I made my tree, and then I cut out some heart shapes. And these are going to be the leaves on my tree. So what I did was I wrote all of my friends' names on my hearts. And these are going to be the leaves of my tree. And this is going to be my Kings Bay Y Class of 2020 memory tree. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take a glue stick and I'm going to put some glue all over my tree, and we need 19 dots of glue because we have 19 friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do 5 at a time because I don't want the glue to dry out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And there is my beautiful class tree. I have Evelyn, Bianca, Madison, Bennett, Natalie, Tiffany, Emin, Robert, Nathaniel, Antonios, Nicholas, Hunter, Demir, Leo, Raquel, Austin, Ari, Jackie, and Nathan. What a beautiful tree. And you all are beautiful, beautiful kids. I'll see you guys tomorrow.